everybody. So as you can tell, I've got another box from Hunter's Lodge. This one just arrived today. Today is, let me get the date right because I don't even know what day it is, November the 10th. This was actually shipped out yesterday. Placed this order through Hunter's Lodge about 2 months ago. And basically what I put in my invoice was I was requesting one of those Swiss K31 barreled receiver actions. I was requesting a CZ52, and they had advertised some of the Italian Carcanos. I was asking specifically for the first or second model Troop Special if they had them. So basically, just to give you a rundown on prices, I paid $109 for the K31, $188.50 for the CZ52, and $109.88 for the Carcano, whatever model I end up with. Sum total, that was $408. I know you guys probably think that's steep for stuff coming through Hunter's Lodge. However, even if there's just one Swiss K31 barreled action in here, I think it's worth it, even if the other two rifles are trashed. But we'll find out. We'll get into it. One thing of particular note, you will notice on this box, this time it was shipped UPS ground. That's the first time I've gotten a box from Hunter's Lodge that's been shipped UPS ground. So, without further ado, I'm going to flip this around because I think the buttstock and barreled action are down at this end. We're going to open this up. We're going to get right into it because I am curious to see the condition of what I got, as well as essentially what's in here. Because I don't really know. I don't know what they still had available at the time of me placing the order. I mean, I just don't have a clue here. I know it has a ton of tape. An absolute ton of tape. This is going to be fun to get into. I apologize for all the noise. There's a bunch of stuff on the table here, and I'm just shaking it everywhere. Let's get that cup off the table, because it's about to drive me nuts, and I'm sure it is you guys too. Alright. I mean, there was an absolute ton of tape on here. I have no idea what to expect. Looks like that's probably the bolts. Let's set some of this aside. There's definitely something to the wood stock. Looks like it's going to be a Carcano Cavalry carbine and not a Troop Special, which is okay. I just said, hey, if you actually got a Troop Special, I'll take that. Wow, this stuff is a huge mess. Just trying to figure out the best plan of attack here. One of the things that I was actually speaking with my friend Steve over at Military Surplus Carbine Collector on his channel. One of the things I was talking to him about was a while back I hadn't been able to get a hold of James, and I was really scared because I didn't know who might be picking these out. I guess it was about a few weeks back I actually did get in touch with him. He does still work there. I do not know if he in particular did pull these rifles. I'm hoping that he did, because he seems to pay a little bit closer attention and tries to honor any special requests that anybody makes as much as possible. I do know in my last conversation with him, they had been utterly swamped with orders and were severely backed up. Okay, so let's get this junk back. Let's set some of this off here, and then we're going to try to take a close look at some of this. So my worry is that James did not pick these, and that may be well founded. We'll take a look at the Swiss K31. You know, right off the bat, remember what I got, guys. Remember what I said. I said if this thing was just the K31 barreled action, it was in decent shape, you know, I think it's worth it if that's the case. So let's look at this out, or let's check this out real quick. Right off the bat, you see a 751850, 751850, 850 on the barrel. This is a bolt matched to receiver matched to barrel on this K31. You see a little bit of typical rust and stuff on here, but you know, let's be honest, guys. For what I paid for this, it was an exceptional deal. Let me get the safety out of the way. As you guys well know, I do not profess to know everything about these. I don't even know if I know how to get this bolt out of here. I probably don't. Yeah. So you can see there's a little bit of rust in here. I'm going to get this bolt out off camera because I want to know what this bore looks like. But it does go in and lock in. You guys saw my video a while back through Colorado Gun Sales where I got a stock for this and I got other replacement parts for this in order to make a complete K31. Let's see. Let's go next to the CZ52. Now James did say that, I think the last time I spoke to him, is they had a lot of busted stocks over there on the CZ52s. You know, I may not have jumped on the bandwagon quick enough in order to get one with a busted stock. However, he did include the ever so elusive upper handguard with this one. Those are extremely hard to find. I know they're hard to find, and I'm very happy that I got that. Really hoping in one of these packages there might be a magazine, but I don't know if that's the case. So what I'm doing sort of off camera here is I'm trying to cut this tape off to get into here. Because I really do not want to mess this upper handguard up. Because these are some of the harder pieces to find, much like those stocks. And they're definitely not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. Of course, as I'm doing this, I'm clunking it around on the table. Alright. Let's see. Let me get this off of here. So, as you can tell right off the bat, this is one of those Century Arms specials. Now, this is where they essentially bed-linered the upper handguards. This one, you know, it's a little worse for wear, but I think it is usable. You know, you can already see some of this bed liner stuff's already flaking off. But I do think this is actually usable. I think this can be restored. I'm just trying to show you guys what I got here. I'll know more about the condition of this wood once I get under there. You know, like you can tell right here on each side of this notch, there is a split. How bad that split is, I don't really know. I want to say it's just right here before the band, but I'll really have to get into that and look at it. So let's set that aside. Let's take a look at the CZ52. This honestly doesn't look in terrible condition. You know, it's very dry. There's a lot of dust in it, as you guys can tell. But, you know, a little bit of tiny amount of pitting, but overall, condition-wise, it's not terrible. Of course, this is a 1955 made one. You can see that there. But appears to be in relatively good shape. As you can tell, you know, there's that Century Arms import there. But it looks, I mean, I hate to say this, I can't really complain. I mean, just this barreled action was $188. You know, it's got all the pieces here. I mean, I don't even know how you begin to disassemble all this. I don't have a clue. You know, it looks like a lot of this is really mismatched. I see a 38365 there. I see some numbers here on the frame. Oh, what's going on with this thing? Looks like it just, like the spring just came out of there. Yeah, that's a mess. That's a disaster waiting to happen right there. I just gutted the spring out of here. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Bear with me a moment while I'm trying to figure out how to get the spring out of here without destroying it. Sorry about the noise. Bubble wrap just popped. I have no idea how to take this thing apart, obviously. Let's get the spring out of here before it completely gets destroyed. Okay, at least I got that spring out of there. It's got a little bit of rust in it, but the biggest thing is I noticed that it was hanging down and I wanted to get it apart before it broke. Okay, so first problem I've noticed right off the bat, it's missing a bolt. There is no bolt in there in that carrier. Other than that, the rifle is here. I don't have a clue what a bolt costs. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't even know how to get the bolt out of here, to be honest. Well, somebody else knows. Well, I'm not going to sit here and play with this thing forever. Suffice it to say is CZ52 is a little worse for wear. Looks like it's missing a bolt, obviously missing a stock. I don't have a clue what's in here. The bolt may actually be in here. A lot of times he'll throw in bags of parts if something's missing something. Yeah, okay. So I said this was missing a bolt. Well, that's not true. This is going to be dusty. So James threw in a lot of extra parts. Butt plate for the stock. All kinds of other hardware. An actual complete bolt. That's pretty slick. I'm not complaining there. What else have we got in here? I don't even know what half this stuff is. Looks like more hardware. And then another cover. So, hey, you know, that's pretty slick. James, if you're watching this, thank you for giving me the extra parts for this. I know you had told me over the phone that you guys had tons of extra parts. I'm assuming a lot of this is stock related stuff. And I appreciate you throwing it in there. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. There's the bolt. That's what I was looking for down here. But there it is inside a whole carrier assembly. That's pretty slick. So all is not lost with this CZ52. I'm going to contact him, see if I can possibly get a magazine for this thing. Because I know how much magazines are on the... If you can find one out there, I want to say they run about $100 a piece. So I'm really hoping I can get one of those from James. If not, I guess I'll be buying one. As you guys did see in the previous video, I do have two lower stocks for this that I think I might be able to use. I don't understand why I can't get this crazy thing out of here. I guess I'm just an idiot, don't know how it works. Yeah, I have no idea. I know this comes out. I don't know how it comes out. Because of that problem, I'm trying to look at the bore off camera. The bore is kind of nasty, but looks like there's good rifling in there. That's one good thing about this. There it goes again. But I think it's serviceable. So that's one of the key points here. I'm going to set this aside. Try to set this aside. Let's take a look at this Carcano that he sent me. This one has some gouges in the stock. There's a little bit of rust right here, but I think this is like collected rust on top of the Cosmoline, as you can tell. This thing is definitely heavily covered in Cosmoline. What we have here is 93816. This is a Gardone with serial number 09685. Looks like there might be a small wrist back here in the crack, but this thing, like I said, is heavily slathered in Cosmoline. A lot of the bluing is missing. It's got the push button style folding bayonet. Let's flip to the other side. That's interesting. Don't know where that star came from. Pretty good sized gash here. But, I mean, come on guys, this thing's 100 years old. You know, looks pretty good. A lot of times these upper hand guards will be busted off. Like I said, this wow, this bayonet is like really covered in Cosmoline. That's what I'm talking about. Wow, thing is super tight. That's probably the tightest bayonet I found on a Carcano. Anyway, let me get this thing folded back up. It's actually really nice. Let's check into this other bag. This is likely going to be the bolt that's for this Carcano. Yes, it is. Once again, slathered in Cosmoline. Oh wow. Absolutely covered. Man. So for you guys that laugh at me for using rubber gloves, here's why. Bolt appears to be in decent shape. Don't think these had any serial numbers on them. This one does not, from what I can tell. But, you know, there's the bolt. Complete Carcano cavalry carbine for $100. I wanted a troop special. I'm assuming they didn't have any, or they probably weren't up to par. So this is what James sent me. So, golly, I don't even know where to set this. Stand by. I gotta get a paper towel. Or rather, a few paper towels. So, alright guys. So here we have it again. Like I said, this I thought was missing a ton of parts. Realistically, it looks as though it's only missing a stock and a mag. But, you know, for $188, you know, I think that's pretty good. This is one that I might end up, since it's just, you know, kind of a hodgepodge, I might end up doing the conversion on this. I don't really know yet. It's a shame that it's missing the stock. I mean, because all the metal actually looks surprisingly good, given what it is. But anyway, like I said, my main aim here was to get the Swiss K31. And I'm just going to pause the video for a second. I'm going to try to take this bolt out of here. I want to see what this bore looks like. Okay, so like an idiot, because I haven't educated myself, there's a bolt release right here. So I just took the bolt out. Here's what the bolt looks like. Appears to be in decent condition. Let's check out the bore off camera. I'll insert pictures. This bore has very good, strong rifling in it. Can't remember, did I look at the Carcano? Maybe I didn't. Carcano looks like it's got really good rifling in it too. I'll try to get a picture of that. Like I said, it's slathered in cosmoline. But there you have it. So guys, think about this. I spent $400 and got what some would refer to as junk. That's perfectly fine. But I like doing resto work. That's one of my favorite things. Yeah, it's nice to get really super nice, pristine rifles that are perfect. But I'm a hobbyist. I like to take things, fix them up, make them nice, for $109. I mean, the worst part about this Swiss K31 is right at the tip of the barrel. You'll see there's a little bit of surface rust there, but it's not terrible. I mean, the rest of it, you got some little flecks throughout here and there, and then the other worst spot is right here on the lug, which looks like it got into a little bit of water there. But that, I'm telling you, you can clean that right up, and you can rust blue this thing and make it absolutely gorgeous, which is what I plan on doing. This is probably going to be my shooter. My other one that's super nice that I got through Centerfire Systems, that's probably going to sit in the safe. I don't really know yet. But anyway, like I was saying, in terms of the CZ52, I believe all the parts are here. The biggest thing is going to be trying to take one of those two stocks that I got, trying to fix it up, and see if I can actually make this into a usable rifle. The other thing, of course, that I'll have to get will be a magazine. James was kind enough to send me any of the extra parts that I might need for this, and would have loved to have got it with the stock, but I didn't, or even a magazine, but I didn't. I may give him a call up here in a few days and see if he can maybe ship me over a mag or something if they have any. They may not. That may be why I don't have one. But I do know you can still find them. They're just like 125 bucks. So be that as it may. Once again, I did ask for a troop special Carcano. Didn't get one. They may not have had them, but this cavalry carbine I think will still suffice just fine, especially like with the other ones that I have. And like I was telling you, it is just absolutely covered in cosmoline. And what I may do as well is this may be another one of my rust blowing projects. I am in the process of getting together all the stuff to build a rust blowing setup, and something like this will be great candidates. Well, actually this one doesn't even need it, but this would be a great candidate as well for touching up that bluing on here. And there you have it. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank you, all my subscribers, everybody that comments, likes, shares. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are helping me to grow the channel. You guys are helping to go against the algorithm that is seems like it's unfairly weighted toward YouTube or gun tubers, people that create content like this. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. So make sure you hit that like button, make sure you share with your friends, and make sure you comment. Certainly helps the algorithm out, certainly helps to get stuff like this out to you guys. Once again, this is just me buying stuff on my own dime, just to kind of let you know what you can expect. Overall, I think I'm pretty pleased with this. I think it came out pretty well. Certainly could have come out worse. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Be on the lookout for more videos coming your way. I've got a Colombian model 1950 30-06 Mauser that I got from an auction company out in California. Going to do an unboxing of that here probably in a couple days. So thanks everybody for watching, and you guys have a great day.